The new decade is definitely promising for the tech industry, with all the latest smartphones ready to be unveiled in the coming years. But for now, a dark shadow looms over the sector due to the coronavirus outbreak around the world. Faraz Javid has the details.
We're just a few months into 2020 and new phones are unfolding the future already. This year, manufacturers will be going big on 5G connectivity, screens with high refresh rates, and even screens with flexible display.
So we have various companies trying to push foldable technology. We have virtual reality, augmented reality, again, is something that we would see more of in this coming decade. Huawei have released the Foldable Mate XS. Galaxy have the clamshells Z Flip, and Moto also has the Moto Razr Foldable.
We have introduced Fold last year, and this year we are bringing in Flip. And if you look to why, I think because it brings technology together with lifestyle. And from the perspective of brick phones, I think some consumers are interested to have a foldable screen, which gives them the ability to have a smaller size but still a larger screen. And then if you look to S20, we have also seen people are actually kind of uploading 100 million photos almost every day to Instagram. And then amount of video that we are currently recording is going to quadruple in 4 years by 2022, which means that, camera is a critical point in our life.
Yes, of course, all this shouldn't come as a surprise, especially since phone makers are innovating faster than ever.
The 5G will be another driving force. And then, the standard phones will also have great features like we have in S20 on the camera or AI integration.
We have two segments that's very, very clear now at this point. We have your mid-range market where you have your Xiaomi's, Oppo's, Huawei's all competing in that space. And Samsungs are now competing in the tier 1, tier 2 spaces. So we have, for example, Apple just released a music video with Lady Gaga, for example, promoting how good their camera is and how good you can film cameras. So the idea being that you no longer need a big camera to record footage is something that is becoming a norm now. They're telling people that you can become your own content creator. When you buy technology, you can use it to change the way you live. And quite frankly, in this market in the UAE, we've seen that technology adoption is the highest that's ever been.
So with all this competition, it's great news for us consumers because we can choose excellent phones at different price points. But there's a huge global problem lurking around that could even affect the smartphone industry drastically in the coming months. And I'm talking about the coronavirus.
Now, a recent report by supply chain analytics provider TrendForce reveals that due to the outbreak, smartphone production is projected to decline 12% year-on-year this quarter, which would make it the lowest quarter in 5 years.
When you have a virus outbreak breaking out in China, one of the biggest supply markets here, obviously it has a cascading effect because not only is supply chain affected, you have shipping, you have airlines, everything tends to follow through with that. And that's something to consider as well. So we would see a drop, but it's not going to be too much of an effect where companies here have to be worried too much.
The coronavirus has already caused major disruption throughout the tech industry. With huge trade events like the world's biggest phone show, the Mobile World Congress is no longer taking place this year. But the smartphone industry's struggles predates the coronavirus outbreak. Global smartphone sales have already been on the decline, partly because people are holding on to their handsets for longer.
Now that the effects of the coronavirus are being seen in the rest of the world now. So I think the focus now is not going to be on prioritizing whether I want to invest in a new tech. They would rather wait until a device comes out than pay a top premium price on that phone. It's not just phones as well. We're looking at laptops, we're looking at computer parts, we're looking at because Intel, Microsoft, all of their tech revolves around the supply chain in the Southeast Asian market because that's where the production is much more cheaper. But the competition is so saturated now, there's so much offerings literally that people can get a phone for any price range, for any spec range that they want.
Now, regardless of the virus, experts predict Samsung's Galaxy line and Apple's iPhones will still remain many people's top choice. But other phone makers will gun for their place with fantastic handsets of their own. Faraz Javid, Emirates News.